Learning how to learn. Stages of learning. You will spend your whole life learning. It may not be formal learning, but there will always be new things to learn. The questions are, will you make the most of those learning opportunities? And will you learn the hard way, or will you choose to learn how to learn? You are unique. The way you prefer to learn will be different from others. There are some common principles that I'm going to share in this series of videos. However, you need to take the time and make the effort to figure out what works best for you. You will probably find that different situations and types of learning will require different approaches. Learning is an ongoing and lifelong activity, and so is learning how to learn. There are several stages in the learning process, leading to the point where you have mastered the topic and will remember it in the long term. The stages are the same for everyone, but how long it takes to progress from one stage to the next will vary. Stage 1 is where you start to understand and get a grasp of the topic. Typically here you're going to learn by either reading, hearing or watching. And you'll probably need to read, hear or watch several times before you maybe start to grasp how it works. Things that help are getting an explanation of how it works. And it can be helpful also to ask questions. If there's any parts you don't get, ask about them. Then once you've watched or heard or read, give it a go with some support. Get some feedback and try again. And so the outcome of this stage is to be able to do it with support or following instructions. Stage 2 is practice, practice, practice. So you've got a grasp of it now, so now you need to have a go, get feedback, ask more questions if you need to, and then try again. And just keep going and repeat the whole process until you can do it all the way through without support. So that's the outcome for this stage, to be able to do it without support and just get it checked. In stage 3, this is where you need to practice more on your own. So you've got to the stage where you can go through and do the whole process without support rather. Now you need to go away and do it on your own at home and practice and practice and practice without that support being around. You can have your notes obviously as backup, and the key to doing this is to do little and often. And the reason why you want to do little and often is because this will help move what you've learnt from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. This is what's going to help you retain this skill that you've just learnt. So the outcome for this section is to be able to do it without support and with confidence and to remember it. Stage 4. Master and adapt. At this stage, you still need to review and practice regularly, but the gaps between the reviews will be getting longer and longer. You need to, at this stage, start to learn to see when it is needed so that you can spot it in those wordy questions. And you need to start developing the skill of seeing how you can adapt it to different types of situation. At this stage, you'll know that you're on track if you feel confident enough to actually teach this skill to someone else. This skill will become automatic. In other words, you won't really have to think about how to do it. So the outcome of this section is to be able to do exam-style questions and use it in a variety of situations.